this last forever, because it's now or never. Together it feels right. We'll have the time of our lives when the moment arrives. We'll have the time of our lives, but don't pass it by. We'll have the time of our lives, just you and I, so far away from home, into the great unknown. We'll have the time of our lives out here tonight. Whoa.
Okay. This first by doing a little recap, which basically means who we're going after and why we're ignoring everybody else. Because yeah, that's a lot of no hearts. I mean, to be honest, we didn't really get much of a chance with Shoji, though he did seem pretty introverted, and playing the character is super extrovert, super excited for everything. So, oh well, sorry Shoji. The less said about DeAndre, the better. So let's just keep on going. Kyler, one of those tough outer shell guys that, yeah, you'd have to do all the work, and he'd just be all out. Well, I don't even want to be here, all that other stuff. So screw him. Hendrick's alright. I have no problem with Hendrick. It's just, again, Ange kind of was like, called dibs, so we'll let her have it. That, since we were going after Joe, who basically saved our lives, literally, because we're doing our little attack, we can, still hang with Hendrick, still be friends and all that. But, yeah. So that's where we are. There's the recap. Screw these three. Hendrick's alright. Alright, let's do this thing. Brrr! The wooden stairs were cold against my bare feet as I stepped down the squeaky panels, sleepily rubbing one eye. I stopped in front of the lab door. My words just a little slurry this morning is because I just finished brushing my teeth. So my mouth is still kind of, saliva driven, or whatever the hell residue you get from brushing teeth. So, yeah. After combing my hair with my fingers to give me a half-decent appearance, I opened the door a crack and peered inside. What's wrong with just combing your hair with your fingers? I'm doing that right now. Is the job done? Hendrick, you up? The lights were on. I opened the door completely and stepped into the room. Is he up, or is it someone else? Okay. I spotted Hendrick slumped over his laptop, a few fingers resting on the keyboard. His face was obscured behind his arm, but he was evident he was sleeping. You didn't get to bed at all, did you? I quietly approached him and raised a hand, wondering if I should tap him on the shoulder to wake him up. Maybe it was better if I left him. Don't wake him up. That's a bitch move to move. See, ooh, coffee. Coffee would be a nice little wake up smell. That would help him up. Let's make some coffee. I think coffee would be the perfect wake up call. Besides, he did mention the disadvantage of living at home alone. It would be welcoming to wake up to some fresh coffee already made for a change. I didn't want to know what he preferred, but I reckoned regular black coffee was the safe bet. Well, true, because then at least he has options. I went to the outdoor kitchen and examined the coffee machine to determine its complexity. Delighted that it used coffee pods, I picked a dark roast from the capsule holder and prepared a single cup. When I returned, I pushed the keyboard out of the way and gently shook Hendrick's shoulder. He let out a lazy yawn as he said, you woke him up anyway. Once I sat down on the mug, his eyes lit up with interest and he glanced my way. Morning. Thought you like a pick-me-up. Sorry, I wasn't sure what you wanted, so it's plain black. He smiled and gingerly hooked a finger through the handle. It's perfect. I like my coffee how I like my job. Dark and dirty. He grinned proudly to himself as I rolled my eyes at his joke, and he swiveled his chair in my direction. Thanks, Melissa. I really needed that. I practically passed out. Were you able to finish some stuff? We'll find out once I start reviewing it. After I tried to sip. He set the coffee down and navigated the mouse. Pages and pages of the letter M and commas. I don't think the Royal Society of Archaeology would accept this. While he corrected his work, I made a caramel macchiato. I settled in one of the chairs at the corner center table. Three different coffee types. I don't even drink coffee, so just chose this. That'd be nice. We made small talk while he enjoyed our drinks, mostly about the work he'd accomplished, or not, and how Kendrick never found the museum that creepy at night. What? You mean you'd never experienced the sounds of someone slowly walking up the stairs and then stopping? You don't seem like someone who'd be terrified of ghosts. I was honestly scared of ghosts until now. I'm blaming your uncle and his wrath of Neanderthal jokes. If anything was haunting the museum, it'd be all the cave bears we dug up. Dug up cave bears? Where are they? He had the empty mug next to his computer. I'm going for a shower. Even a geologist likes to be dirt-free once in a while. As long as you don't steal up all the hot water. It's my luxury when I have what is gone. No 20-minute showers. Gotcha. Standing up, I set the laptop to sleep mode as I moved my chair towards the table. My eyes fell on a bright bottle next to the small bag, judging by the washcloth folded beside it. I grabbed the bottle briefly, scanned the contents, and bolting out of my chair. Andrew, you forgot your shampoo. Huh? Harry around the corner. He already had a towel thrown over his shoulder. I tossed the bottle under handily, and he caught it with ease. Oh, thanks. You just spared me a potentially awkward moment there. Oh, his hair's down. No problem. Fail. Yay! And... fail at dancing. How do you fail at goofing off? Okay. Let's see. That would be downtown dance. Let's see. Socialize, lab, socialize, study. Catch, lab, socialize, study. That still seems like a perfect setting. Yeah, that's fine. No, play. Go to lab. Failed at the lab. What? You have 4 more objects to clean in the lab. Ah, I suck at these. Target 16. Alright. We got 9. That could be 8. You know what, let's take a chance. Check. Yes! Another 16. 7. Cloth and brush. We were only 2 points off. Nice and clean. Yay! Doing much better today than last week. Okay, 15. That's, okay. Craft sticks. Toothpicks. That's too much worse. Damn it! Oh, okay, even with just the 2 of them. Okay, whatever. 16 again. Craft sticks. No, toothpick again. Yes! Only off by 1 point. You did a decent job today. Hey, I got 3 out of 4. That's better compared to like last time. Shale. Augustine, why does this vertebrae look so pitted? Looks like the silly cave bear got eaten by a smart hyena or lion. Those are bite marks attacking in the anterior thorax, the I squealed in my seat as I brushed poked my back. I swear to God, if it's that DeAndre. No? Okay, was that him? Did he poke me? If that is from your entity, we have 3 bones from that same animal, you English swine. Must be tough piecing it all together. We have collection going back to 80s. We are still fitting pieces found decades apart. Do people always know about this cave? How is it found? You're aware of a popular movie with archaeologist who carries whip? Oh, yes. Because of that movie, the many kids were inspired and is pretending to find treasure. Silly kids stumble on cave here. Who knew an inaccurate portrayal of archaeology would lead to a real archaeological discovery? We still get an occasional student who is disappointed this cave is not that movie trap temple. I would lose all hope if that were the case. Maybe it is, and we just haven't dug up the traps yet. If so, you will be first to find out. He laughed and excused himself, and I glanced at the June bone. Maybe I should dig on a higher level instead. Fail? Completely vanished from the morning's task, I scooted onto the bench with a bowl of mushroom soup. Grabbing a slice of Swiss cheese, I feared it was... I teared it and dropped it in pieces into my soup. What are you doing? Oh, Chantal, sorry. The coughs are back. Adding cheese to my soup? Is that what people do in America? It's what I do, I guess. It's common enough. I haven't really thought about that. Oh, get out of here. He sits down. I noticed Kyler also eyeing my actions before silently returning to his meal. Was adding cheese to soup really that bizarre? I heard a holler behind us, and many of us automatically turned our heads toward the driveway. A tall woman dragged a suitcase behind her, while her free hand waved toward one end of the area. Hendrik immediately stood up and approached her. Oh yeah, she was in the opening. Well, you couldn't really see it because covered up. But she's like that little photo thing in like the far corner. Something about you gonna meet her. Rose, glad you could finally make it. I didn't think you'd drive this early. No thanks to you, he practically dished me in the middle of those core samples. So is she like a love interest or a sister or a cousin or what? I suppose we'll find out. What can I say? Analyzing core samples is boring. Oh no, don't punt around with me, Mr. Ace Geologist. Her stern expression faded and both exchanged a cordial grin as they leaned in for a cheek kiss. Augustine and Sherry gathered around as well. Okay, so definitely, well, I mean, customs, other countries. So, would it be okay to introduce myself too? It would be kind of awkward to just run in and not really know what to say. Though knowing would be nice, but I'm sure we'll find out at some point. I think she might be all like, come over and... I'm trying to play the extroverts. What the hell? Say hello. It couldn't hurt. Besides, she was part of the main excavation team, right? I knew Sherry would introduce me to her eventually. I sauntered over while Rose gave a greeting kiss to both Augustine and Sherry. My professor smiled and extended an arm to beckon me on me closer. Oh, here we go. So she's basically led over. Yay! Is this the summer student, Sherry? I swear they're getting younger and younger every year. Oh no, she's almost a third year. I get it a lot. Don't worry about it. You'll appreciate it as you get older. Anyway, I'm Rosemary. She extended her hand and I took it respectfully. And you are? Melissa Flores. Do you work here too? Yes, I'm one of the archaeologists here. I specialize in lithic, stones, tools, and all that. She boldly jerked a thumb in Hendrik's direction. Basically, I focus on the rocks that Hendrik has no interest in because they've been touched by Neanderthal or early modern human hands. Okay. That's entirely inaccurate. Sort of. I may touch it up, or I may touch upon it a bit, but mostly for petrological reasons, establishing geological resources and trade routes. Rosemary here does the technological aspect, the whole get into the mind of Neanderthal angle. There we go. Okay. Which is wonderful. Which is wonderful science in itself. You'll learn many things from Rosemary Melissa. Oh, Sherry. She's an expert. Flit Knapper. She snaps flits. As well. She produced most of the example stone tools you see here, which is wonderful. It's science itself. Okay, I heard that. Coming back again. Oh, you flatter me, Sherry. Okay, wait, what am I doing here? I was starting to see there's a wide spectrum of work done in this cave. Sherry focused on bones, Augustine was on context and stratigraphy, Hendrik was all about the rocks and sediments, and Rosemary on the tools left behind. I'm glad to see the gang's all here, and thankfully I made it in time for lunch. I'm starving. Here, I can take your suitcase for you. Thanks. Did you clean your plate? You did arrive earlier than I thought you would. What place? She let out a heavy sigh, lowering her eyelids, while Hendrik squirmed uneasily. It's partially my fault anyway. I should have texted ahead. After a step, she pivoted and gave me a little wave and nod. Anyway, it was nice meeting you, Melissa. Look forward to my lecture on ethics later this week. My French is hard, so Hendrik will have to be the translator for most of the students. For some reason, I could feel a kindling of affinity through that common fact. I will. Rosemary and Hendrik continued on their conversation as they headed for the museum. Happy with the introduction, I settled back down in my seat, hoping that my soup hadn't gotten cold. Cave. Ah, we failed in the cave. New excavation today. Good luck. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then 2. Whoops. Okay, and then 1, 3, and 1, 3, 2, and 1, 2, 1, and 3. Okay, that should be correct. Yay, we did it. Yeah, much better at these ones. We found a bone. These clay sediments are a pain. I grumbled inwardly as I wiped the sticky dirt off yet again. I was on my knees trying to finish the last 25 centimeters. I did uncover tiny bones, but rationalized they weren't worth sketching in my grid. There was a sound of scraping metal, and I turned to see Hendrik climbing down the ladder behind me. What a rare sight. You're hardly in the cave, Hendrik. I know, as a geologist, you'd think it'd be the opposite, but here I am now. He surveyed my square, and I started to get self-conscious, wondering if I was doing something wrong. Hope you don't mind the tight squeeze. He knelt down next to me, and I hastily moved my haunches, offering him my knee pad. He shook his head. Don't worry about it. I'll just be here for a few minutes. I wanted to observe your digging techniques. After I made myself comfortable again, I leaned forward to start excavating. He watched, rubbing his chin thoughtfully. How am I doing? Is your wrist well? Any pains from repetition? Nope. Sherry gave me some pointers to avoid it. Great. Mind if I borrow your trowel for a second? Sure. I cleaned it, handed it over, and he grasped it nimbly. I noticed your wrist is slightly angled and you're simply scraping or trading your trowel through the dirt. It's painfully slow. Isn't archaeology supposed to be painfully slow? He chuckled and then, held the trowel, so it wasn't parallel to the dirt. It is, but even you should be able to dig through a few centimeters a day. Align your trowel like so, then make a nice downward flick with the rest. The blade of the toe will effortlessly slice through the clay much cleaner than before. Don't be afraid to make large cuts. This helps you avoid blurring the sediment lines, as it's neater and easier to distinguish. Admires procedure and really panic over him working in the square. Let's panic. Panic! It was a strange feeling that, like he'd encouraged on my roll. This was my square, and at this point I felt I understood it better than anyone. I struggled to keep my face composed. My fingers trembled as I impatiently waited for him to return my trowel. I see. You're pretty good at this. Can I resume my work now? Oh, sure. Someone's eager. Thanks for the tip, Hendrik. Geen probleem. If you need me again, I'll be happy to assist. Just don't start taking me for granted. There we go. Okay, that was cheesy, even for you. Hey, the pun is classic. He returned the tool to me and stood up, glancing in Kyler's direction. Hendrik rubbed the back of his head, mulling over how to approach him. Finally, he tapped Kendrick on the shoulder. Kyler begrudgingly stared at him before activating his implants. Oui? Kyler's voice struggled to keep an even tone, while Hendrik's voice had a shaky cheerfulness to it. I was wondering if you needed any help or had any questions. I'm fine. I don't need your help. Kyler returned to his square, ignoring Hendrik, who sighed ruefully. It's not the best time to ask, even if curiosity is killing me. I returned to my work while Hendrik climbed up the ladder, most likely to make his rounds with the other students. Not going to feel bad. But, we did kind of joke around, so, that's fine. Staring at my trowel, I recalled Hendrik's movements, then attempted to mimic them to the best of my ability. Sliced cleanly, huh? I gazed at the cuts that Hendrik had made and started to replace them with my own digging. He seemed shocked when he demonstrated. Was it that noticeable? To me. Did he do something to upset you? No, it was my skill. I shook my head fervently, although I did get anxious watching Hendrik dig in my square. I couldn't deny he was accomplished. Of course not. I was admiring his expertise. Before, I wondered if he ever left his laptop over the lab, but he's at home in the cave too. He does know what he's doing. I guess so. I stood up and stretched. It was a good time to take a small break and jot down some notes in my journal. I'm gonna get some fresh air. Kyler, you're gonna get hypoxia if you don't go outside every now and then. I'll be fine. Okay? Later. Talking. How do I fail talking? It's talking. You can't fail talking. I suppose, though, Joan would be unable to understand what the hell I'm saying. Tense. Why was the air around here so tense? I pondered that while I stirred my cheese-drenched tomato soup. Both Joan and Chantel, who previously sat and talked with me, had disappeared. Many students paced by the museum entrance. Some checked their phones or glanced over the shoulders of others to view their screens. Oh, no. Get away from here. Meanwhile, DeAndre's bread mustard on his second and his third sandwich. At least he seemed unfazed. What's going on? Everyone appears to be anticipating something. Exam results are being released today. We had exams? This late? After a casual shrug, we took a large bite of a sandwich. He wiped his mouth before speaking. Usually they're released earlier, but they had some problem with the data or entry or system or whatever. They must be super important if everyone looks less anxious. It's a make or break deal. If students don't average out a certain percentage, they have to repeat a year. Let's be nervous then. You seem rather calm. Wish him luck. If I wish him luck, that's probably going to make him think that I like him, but it could get rid of him sooner. You seem rather calm. That's kind of encouraging him to talk more. You'd be nervous then. That's encouraging him to talk more, so wish him luck. I know you've already taken the test. I'll break a leg. I'll be rooting for you. He abruptly coughed, but managed to choke the morsel down. Thumping his chest, he cleared his throat while snoring amusedly. What? What did I say? Nothing. It's just root and has an entirely different meaning in New Zealand. I have a hunch, but okay, what is it? Laughing, he took a few moments to calm himself and speak clearly. Well, if you said something like, I'll root for the whole team, I'd be amazed by your stamina. DeAndre, what? You said it, not me. I gave him a swift jab with my shoe, and he feigned pain. Ow, stop that. I don't want to end my rugby career that quickly. But thanks for the support, Mel. Make sure you barrack for next time, though. He finished with a playful wink, and I rolled my eyes, although I did make a mental note of that. Not that you need any cheering, like you're likely used to this by now. Too used to it. Fortunately, this will be my last semester, and then I'm free. All the thing left to finish this elective is requirements. Or the only thing left to finish is to finish this elective requirement. Since I'd hate to waste a semester on a single course, a more expensive course too. Jealous. At least you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I barely started and it'll never end. I felt a playful flick of my forehead. It'll be over before you know it. Hang in there. Before I could respond, one of the students announced something in the French, and everyone tapped away on their phones again. Results are out. With the reactions, DeAndre didn't need to clarify. However, he set the sandwich down and finished on his plate. Fish on his phone. Stay in chat. He seems occupied. Return to the tent area. I stood up and uttered a small later, not wanting to distract him from seeing his results. I was about to grab the zipper on my tent when I heard a soft cry behind me. Chantal tapped the tent and Jones shared speaking in French. Tent at the tent she and Joan shared, speaking French. The only response inside was muffled sniffles. Is everything all right? Joan failed music. Theory, of course. Oh no, we gotta help her. We had to take music, and then we had to take engineering and devise a time machine and travel back in time and then help her because we love Joan. Even if the delivery is fun, I like Chantal's honesty. I don't know the details. Apparently it was a simple music reading exam with an instrument of your choice to a rudimentary score. Joan's amazing at flute performing. She gets overwhelmed and does badly. That must be hard on her. You're trying to talk to her now? Yes, but because I've been supportive of her dreams for years, she's having a hard time facing me. Volunteer! 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 Maybe I could talk to her. You? I just met you two. But maybe she'll be more willing to talk to someone new. Sometimes it's easier to open up to an acquaintance than a close friend. There's also the language barrier. I doubt she'll be speaking much anyway. It's worth a shot. Joan? Chantal spoke again in French. From the tone, Joan sounded confused but intrigued by the offer. Yay! After a reluctant oui, Chantal stepped back from the tent to grant me access. I'll use the time to grab something to drink. Thanks, Melissa. Going into the tent with Joan. We're going into the tent with Joan! Wait, where is she? I opened the flap, unable to spot Joan until I saw her curled body shift under the sleeping bag. I sat down on Chantal's side of the tent and waited for her to notice me. Oh, she popped right up. Drink time. Drink break. There was nothing slowly about that. That was like, you know, my world needs me type speed. Slowly she sat up, her eyes red and defeated. University is hard. It is. First year student? I held up one finger and repeated year. She nodded, then curled her knees up to her chest. Do you like music? Oui, I want to. She found both the correct words, then took out her phone, opening up a French-English dictionary application. Teach music. Concerts are too scary, but practice. exam, I performed easy music, but she mimicked holding a flute, then accelerated her breathing. While her fingers twitched nervously, I nodded understandingly. Have to try again. And now you know. Next time you can do better. Encore. Oh, encore. Ah, right. A spark returned to her eyes. She wasn't one to give up easily. I gave her a soft pat on the shoulder. And then... Oh, how was it? Ah, right. Oh, wait. Okay. Ça va? Ça va bien. First time archaeology? Yes, this is my first time at our Grotte Calen. I patted the ground to emphasize the location. Joe's eyebrows furrowed in concentration before she gazed at me in resolve. Then let us pass archaeology together. Keep going ahead. It's a promise. And you can retake the music course in the fall. Now you know what to expect and can prepare for it. She comprehended, but she smiled gratefully. I will keep studying. English too. And I'll work on my French. Relieved that she cheered up, I crawled out of the tent. Chantal stood nearby holding a bottle of water. Is she feeling better? She really recovers quickly, but I still worry. Yes, honestly, I don't think I did much. If anything, she's determined to pass the elective now. We did make a promise to stay here and help each other out. Let's make it out of here with a passing grade, the three of us. Thanks again for talking to her. You should probably go for a walk or return to your tent to read. It's going to be a very emotional day for many students here. Good idea. No, we're going to stay and chat. And we're going to fail at it. Because of course we are. Yay, more Joan! Melissa, over here! Chantal pointed or patted to a spot beside her while Joan was trying to get the campfire going. Can I? Of course. Joan, est tu poissonnier? Joan sighed and set the lighter down as she fiddled with the wood pile in the pit. Here, you gotta make it like a tent, then place the kindling in the center. Soon we had a small fire going. Chantal clapped in awe. I thought you were a city girl, but you know your campfires, or you know your camp stuff. Not bad. I went to dance camp every summer, so we do things like chop firewood or go for hikes to build up our stamina. Was that dance camp or boot camp? I swear we did fun things too. We sang songs and ate lots of s'mores. Chantal and Joan exchanged a glance, and she translated my comments. S'mores? What are those? Great American tradition. You can make marshmallows roasted over a campfire, some chocolate, and then sandwich them between graham crackers. Or you can use them to become smacky s'mores and sponsor a certain wrestling company. That sounds like a strange combination. Is it good? Heavenly. We should make some sometime. Oh, that was it? Something like this. How do I fail at jabbing stuff? Well, quite easily, I guess. And that's 9. Cloth and toothpick. Yes, just the right amount. 22, Jesus. 9, cloth, and brush. Yay! Off by 3 points. 17. 9, craft stick, and brush. Gosh! Take that, lab! You did an amazing job today. Yay! Because I spent all that time with Joan. So, you know, I'm all happy. Lithic reduction. What the hell's he all pissed off about? Can't we at least open a window? The fumes are giving me a headache. Oh, bitch, bitch, bitch. Hendrik sighed and stood up after a loud screech. The window flew open and we were greeted with a gust of wind. My arms huddled close to my body. Cold! Here we go. He left the window ajar, although it amplified the noise of the rain splattering against the foliage and pavement. At least the sour smell of the nail polish was not as strong. I could see why the lab work was preferably done outside. It felt cramped, cooped up on the second floor. The earthy smell of the remains and their repulsive coating wafted across the room as well. Hey, come here. Huh? Rosemary cursed and glanced up from her laptop on the other side of the room. There was a projector hooked up, and she jammed a flash drive into the USB port. The white screen was already down, and everything was running. She was preparing a slideshow presentation but needed assistance. I glanced down for the millionth cave bear filings and delicately swept off the dirt with a toothbrush. Cave bear finger bones were sure reminded me of human ones, besides the obvious size difference. To my left, DeAndre groaned as he dipped the red pen back into the bottle. This is impossible. How do you write so tiny? And how is this a flake, or whatever it looks like, any other stone? He showed the flint to me on his outstretched palm, and I studied it. I think it's the angles? He shrugged carelessly. Why do they keep pushing DeAndre on me? We have like no hearts. Doesn't even closely resemble an arrow point. This is such a... The rock rolled off the angled palm. He tried to save it, but fumbled. I darted my hands out, slapping the rock between my fingers awkwardly, right as his hands covered mine. No. We both froze and exchanged glances, but we started laughing if our movements didn't draw attention. We certainly did now. What are you two doing? Nothing! Seriously. We hastily removed our hands, none of us wanting to admit to Hendrik that we nearly dropped a rock. I was admiring her nails. I see. Don't mean to sound crusty, but it's probably best to say it's a beauty tale for after. Okay. We both returned to our task, and DeAndre leaned over, lowering his voice. Thanks for that. I didn't want to get a repeat of last time. When I dropped, never mind, it's not important. I placed the flip back on the table. I'd rather not mess up again, that's all. He trailed off, slumped back in his seat, and I decided to give him his space. Good. A few minutes later, Hendrik approached the table sheepishly, then tilted his chin toward the laptop that Rosemary frantically typed on. Hendrik announced something in French, then delivered a translation as he glanced in my direction. Anyone fluent in a computer? We can't seem to get the projector working. DeAndre and I exchanged glances, and he stood up to get a better view of the screen. He sat down properly, looking apologetically. Sorry, mate. I use a different operating system. I didn't consider myself super projector savvy, but I did do presentations in classes that use them. So take a stab at it, then. You never know. Plus, it gets you away from him. I can take a look, I guess. I make no promises. I only have some experience. It's worth a shot. Rosemary stepped out of the way, and I leaned over her laptop. I navigated the mouse and glanced up at the light shining on the projector screen. Everything seemed to be working in order. So, was it already reset? Yes, I reset the laptop. Technology. Maybe we should use the overhead projector, Hendrik. I still have those old transparencies. I have no idea how to work it anymore. Besides, I want people to enjoy. Hey, Grand Theft Auto 5 just updated. I didn't even know that it was downloading. So, in case you're wondering what the hell that thingamajiggy was, now you know. Anyway, I have no idea how to work it anymore. Besides, I want people to enjoy learning archaeology, not think we're forced to using that. You already forgot. Remember when they used to be ubiquitous? Professors would fight over them when they could use them. I hated being one designated to wheel those in. While they chatted, I tinkered around resetting both the audiovisual device and the laptop. I toggled the presentation displays, growing increasingly frustrated. What was I doing wrong? Was it the projector itself? On a whim, I leaned over to check the tables, and I couldn't tell if my hand smacked my face or if my face smacked my hand. The cable was loose between the devices. I fixed it and played with the laptop again. I checked the top of the projector and flipped the switch. Sure enough, the room was basked in a gentle blue glow from the desktop displaying this on the screen. We did it! What was the problem? Just a loose cable? I gestured to the AV device. Well... Suddenly, everything went pitch black. A few of the students gasped and chatter immediately sprung forth. Can you fix that too, Melissa? A power outage? Not possible, but I sure can try. This is where my superpowers come to play. Either way tonight, I highly doubt the electricity will return soon in this storm. Ah, I felt a gentle pat on my shoulder. A shame it happened, but it didn't go to waste. Good work there, champ. Thanks. Since there's no point in continuing the lab work, we all decided to clean up. Hendrik and the others turned on some flashlights and phones for light as well. But why are you talking to them? How is it access talking to them? I should check my email. My parents must have. As I opened the lab door, I immediately froze. Augustine ranted angrily at Rosemary, who gestured to a chipped stone with tiny flakes surrounding it. Permission to touch or manipulate any... This is for my research. The two paused, then turned to me, and I cowered at their annoyed stares. As I shrunk back, Augustine approached and slammed the lab door shut. Not wanting to loiter, I whirled around and collided into someone. Now I was awkwardly sandwiched between that person and the door. Sorry about that. I glanced up, instantly recognizing Kyler's tall frame. He appeared baffled, then gazed at the door. Muffled voices still argued behind it. We took a few steps back to allow more space between us. Did something happen? From what I could gather, Augustine had mad as Rosemary over something. Why were you planning to enter the lab too? Yes, I was planning to ask a few questions. It was probably not the best time for, yourself. I wanted to check my email. My laptop is in there, but I didn't think they'd appreciate it if I slipped in to nab it. You could try using the computer upstairs. That old thing? Well, it's worth a shot. It was then I heard the faint clicking of a keyboard upstairs. I doubted Hendrik would remain in the lab with that sort of tension going on. Sure enough, halfway up the stairs, I spotted his auburn ponytail. I glanced back down at Kyler. Maybe something you can ask Hendrik? I don't like going to him. Kyler never acted this juvenile, and it caught me off guard. I wondered if he mistranslated his words, but his body language suggested otherwise. If you're curious, I can ask Hendrik about the situation. Kyler took a step forward, and I cheered silently. I doubted Kyler would mention his original question to Hendrik, but maybe engaging him in conversation would loosen up whatever friction the two had with each other. Ooh, drama's picking up. I trooped upstairs energetically and gave Hendrik a wave. Hey, working up here now? Sort of had to. Couldn't concentrate with the noise downstairs. So, request to use the laptop. It's kind of a bitch move. I mean, it's kind of what he's working on. And if it's an email, the email's going to stay. So, ask what happened. My email could wait, and it would inconvenience Hendrik to ask for his computer anyway. What's going on downstairs? It sounded as if they were upset over something. Ah, that. It's something new around here. Although I wish it happened less often. Kyler folded his arms wearily, and the two exchanged knowing glances that I couldn't understand. What's the argument about this time? Despite my advice, Rosemary insisted on gluing flakes to a lithic core found in the A3 layers. Since we've been able to uncover debitage belonging to that core. That doesn't seem so bad. That's how you gain knowledge about kidnapping, right? Yes, but she ended up using the wrong glue. I'm not going to enjoy dismantling it. Honestly, I don't know why you let her continue to work here. She's nothing but trouble. What kind of attitude is that? Despite our disagreements, she is excellent at her job, if anything. Her insight maybe has been invaluable. Confronted, Hendrik stood up from his chair, shooting Kyler an aggravated glare. Kyler flinched slightly, but his eyes narrowed again. I tensed up, wondering if I could say something to appease them, or leave before it got too heated. Well, they say that because I'm thinking of the excavation team's best interests. You're getting ahead of yourself here. You're acting like you're one of us already. Just because you're in my uncle's good graces doesn't mean we'll hire you once you graduate. And you're not intending to hire anyone soon. Or we're not intending to hire anyone soon. Especially not an inexperienced person who's fresh out of university with only a few months of field work under his belt. Kyler lowered his arms, his eyes looking both resentful and distraught, as if the notion had never occurred to him. Recovering, he clenched his fist, his voice rigid with determination. I've excavated here longer than most people. I've certainly spent more time in the cave than you. I'm highly qualified. It's much more than just digging diligently in the same old square. Oh, I didn't care if I was an outsider. Guys quitting. I firmly stood between them, before their voices escalated even louder than the commotion downstairs. There's already one dispute. Can we not have another? Besides, Hendrik has a point. That's a little harsh, Hendrik. You both have good points. Stop. I do kind of want to resolve this, but I don't know. This isn't really my fight. I don't really have a pony in this one. So then it'd be fun to kind of, leave some chaos behind. Though personally, Hendrik was a bit harsh, saying it like that. I think maybe people are just tense because of their grades or whatever. So I'm getting out of here. Anyway, I'm out. You guys can continue bickering if you'd like. Sorry for that, Melissa. Later. Chatting. Don't fail the chat. Oh, you failed at the chatting again. Hey, Melissa, where did you stay on the weekends? Here, of course. Here? Alone? Well, no other student was supposed to come, but she could. Oh, another student, but she couldn't make it. There's not much, but we were thinking, if you like, you can stay with us on the weekends. Wow, really? It's small, though. We share a flat leash. I mean, you come all the way to Belgium. It'd be a shame if you remained here the whole time. What do you say? Feel free to think about it and let us know. Thanks, I totally appreciate it. Wait, I can just let you know now. Yes, I want to. You have a new find to excavate today. Good luck. Mine's all distracted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was easy. 1 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was easy again. 2, 3, 2, 2, and then 1, 2, and 2, and 2, and 5, 5, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 3 and 1, 2 and 1, and we're done. New journal entry, coordinates. See, you talk with Joan before you do this kind of stuff, and you win out. Yay, success! And bop him in the head. Yes, that was a success. No, that was a success. Success. Yeah, 3 more objects to clean up in the lab today. Good luck. Force 16. Do that. And cloth. There we go. Yeah, okay. I figured that was a 7. Okay, Force 19. Cloth and toothpick. Yes! Exactly the right force. Oh yeah! That's another 9. Cloth and same thing. Yes! Good! See, you talk with Joan. That's how you do this. Wow, I just went from Wednesday to Friday. Right on, okay. Oh man, lab is still difficult. Why does everything I touch turn to dust? No, you did awesome. You did all 3. You did an amazing job. There's like 2 amazing jobs in the lab in a row. You rock at the lab. We rock at the lab. Oh, hey, it's Shiro. Kind of forgot that he was even in the game. I rambled over the tent area, wondering if I should kill time by gaming or reading. It was then I spotted Shoji. See? I even forgot his name. Shoji sitting on the edge of his air mattress with the tent flap open. There was a sketchbook in his lap and a pencil sticking out of his mouth. He was erasing something intently, his eyes furrowed in concentration. Quietly, I sauntered over and leaned to the side to catch them. Are you spying on people now? What you doing? His head jerked up in surprise as he dropped the eraser, his eyes wide, peering over his glasses. Mumbled over the pencil before taking it. Once the shock wore off, his feet shuffled closer, hesitant to reveal his work. Drawing. So he's an artist now, and he's just like all shy about it. What, you drawing us naked? You drawing Joan? You son of a bitch! That's a look. Little B. You know, we didn't really have any chance with the Shoji. I kind of forgot his name. Forgot he was the other. Oh yeah. So let's take a look. Can I sneak a peek? He hugged the sketch briefly, then attentively handed it over. Crap. Double crap. How many fingers does Mrs. Claus have here? Exactly. It's garbage. Feed it to the bears. It's nothing amazing. I examined the rough drawing and realized he was sketching his surroundings. Half of the tents were shaded in, while faint lines resembled other tents and trees. Why here? I had the urge to draw all day, and my mind was full of ideas. But when I finally got here, I blanked out like the paper and didn't know what to draw. Okay, so he's pushing his glasses up with his fingers, which means that he's not a killer cat man in disguise. That is good. References. I decided to sketch everything around me. And I really hope you guys can still hear. I should probably bring the mic a little closer. Even so, this is really good. It's practically a photograph. I held the drawing in the air, pretending it was a frame mounted on a wall. To compare it to the real counterpart, Shoji fidgeted with the pencil and his eyes averted. Really? I mean it. I handed the book back. Are you seriously thinking of pursuing art in college? I'd like to, but it's hard to be financially secure career-wise. Not that I need a luxurious lifestyle or anything, but it'd be preferable if I didn't have to worry about bills or affording groceries. I thought maybe I could go into computer engineering instead and practice my art on the side. I'm currently thinking about it. I'm in my first semester after all. Comp all the way. Encourage him to go into art. Agree he'll figure out what works best. Let's push him down the art path. But, we all know at least 5 high-paid artists, 3 of them are all in our phone address, contacts, and stuff like that. They're just all over the place, Yeah, encourage you to go into art. I say go for the art degree. You should do what you truly love, even if it means struggling a bit. Maybe. But I don't know if I'll need another job on the side. That's why I liked a different degree, since I can practice my art on my own time. Maybe. But, having a job and then having the hobby that can distract you away from the job it's always good. That's what I'm doing here. I'm still deciding, but thanks for your input. There was a holler from the other side of the site, and Shoji didn't need to translate that dinner was ready. Sweet, I'm starving. Thanks for letting me look at your sketchbook. Shoji, I admire your art. Just kind of added it in there. It was no problem. I'm glad you were disappointed. I rarely see people my artwork, and I wasn't sure how to react. If you draw something new, be sure to show me. Promise. Gabbing. Yes, success. Studying and fail, that's fine. Failing and studying. Weekend. Should I stay with John and Chantel for this weekend? Yes! Yes, you should. Here we go. I can't wait. Yes, in the room. All right, here we go. Okay, so who's on top? And this is our bedroom. We only have 4 rooms in total. Kitchen, living room, bathroom here, and we occupy both the 2nd and 3rd floor. We're right in the city center, and it's a great location. Wait, Joan disappeared. She's a ghost. No! Joan happily strolled to her bed. She pivoted with a flourish before flopping on her back with a soft mattress, arms outstretched. Someone's ready to fall asleep. Chantal repeated herself in French, and Joan haughtily sat up, protesting her friend's teasing. She then patted the sheets, glancing between Chantal's bed and hers before gazing at the floor. Joan's tone had a hint of concern, and Chantal's eyebrows furrowed. Yeah, where the hell am I supposed to sleep? What is it? Joan's right. We were so excited to have you. We really didn't think this through, sleeping arrangement-wise. It's okay. Joan and I can share. The owners didn't like it when people crashed in the living room. They hear every footstep and snore. You're pretty small, Melissa. You can share a bed with us, if you like, unless they'd make you uncomfortable. There's a floor option, although we'd have to be careful not to step on you on the way to the bathroom. Share a bed with Joan. Share a bed with Joan, because she can save my life if I go and slip and I'm about to fall, and then she catches me in her arms, and then she pulls me in, and we snuggle, and we snuggle, and then we snuggle some more. Bed with Joan. Joan, is it okay if I stay with you? Joan gave a polite smile and nodded gleefully. See, she's way into it. Yes! Now that the arrangements are decided, are you hungry, Melissa? We can walk around, and you can pick a restaurant. A lot of students live here, so meals are pretty affordable. Really? This is going to be heaven after all. All that canned food. There we go. No. Don't skip the weekend. Don't skip the weekend. Well, you failed at town. You succeeded at dancing. But you somehow failed in town. How do you fail at town? Stop failing at town. It's town. Alright. Let's browse the internet. Okay, so I gotta either volunteer or that. Okay, inquire. No, not inquire. There we go. That'll be our browse internet time. Let's see, study, socialize, study, bash DeAndre with a rugby ball, labs, socialize, study, town, dance. What other options are there? We can't select more options. We can't change the weekend plans. No, we can't. There we go. Study, email, explore museum, game, email. Okay, so you keep failing at town. Explore museum, explore town, email, study, game. There you go. Game, email, dance. Dance the night away, because you keep succeeding, so you're probably going to grow up to be a stripper. Let's see, how's my character doing? Stressed. Ooh, I'm getting very stressed out. Okay, browsing the internet actually lowers my stress. Ooh, volunteering really increases it. Okay, let's replace socialize, I guess. Ooh, but my culture and empathy are so low. So low. Socialize. Yes, we'll just socialize once. Browse internet to lower that. Study. Do we really need to study? We can study on the internet. That's how all the kids are doing it these days. Game, email, dance. Okay. Socialize, internet, socialize, internet. Okay, that should be good. Right? Yeah, okay. How are we doing relationship-wise? Ooh, we got Joan up. How do we get a heart with... How do we get half a heart with DeAndre? Okay, we got to work on that. We got a quarter of a heart for Kyler. We got... Really? Really nothing for Shoji? We encouraged him to be an artist. We got to encourage him to screw himself over, but, you know. I'd imagine that we would at least have the half heart for Shoji. Half heart for him. No heart for DeAndre because we really didn't do anything. No heart for Kyler. Surprised we're still going up with Hendrick. But Joan. Oh, Joan's name is highlighted. Was Hendrick's name highlighted when he... The big man on campus in here? I don't know. Is Joan smiling brighter now? Are the faces changing as we go? Maybe. Okay, that's just this. Alright, let's just do a quick save here. Save, April 26. And can we get where's the there it is. Wait, where are we? Okay, we're right there. Dance. Play, there we go. Go to the lab. Success at the lab. With 3 objects complete. Bracket. Is that 8? Cloth and toothpick. Yes! Good. 17. So 9. Cloth and toothpick again. Good. 29, cloth, and brush. Damn it, too much. Too much by 1. What do you mean? I got... What? I had 2. Stop trying to make me fail, Gabe. Come on. Arrgh. Just because I failed at 1, and it was only by 1 point. Whatever. We're trying to dig Joan anyway. Yeah. This bone looks fragile. In the end, it'll just wipe the middle. Or I'll just wipe the middle. Once I was done, I wrote down its identification and placed it into the cup next to me. There we go. Looks like you're studying in the lab just fine. Thanks, at least bones aren't falling apart in my hands. They do require the delicate touch. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Did Hendrick or Augustine tell you about the history of Caelid Cave? Augustine did. I didn't know the discovery was so interesting. Interesting? It seems like a standard procedure to me. Wait, that a lot of caves here were discovered by kids? Kids? Augustine said kids found the cave after they watched a movie about it. An exploring archaeologist. He told you that? Nine. Oh, she's German? Caelid was discovered by cavers during a survey back in the 80s. There's a lot of caves in the region, and they were mapping them out. Looks like you fell for one of his jokes. Seems so. Thanks for clearing it up. No problem. Augustine tends to spin things once in a while. I don't take him too seriously. Lessons about microtranscription. Right. Volunteering. Yay, succeeded. Go to the cave. Failed. Stop failing at the cave. I gotta step in and do this for you. Okay, Okay, so that is 0. This is 4. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, this one. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, and then 5, and then 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, buy followers again. Stop selling me followers. I don't want followers. Wait, we didn't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 0 down along there. Do the 2 here. Wait. No. Right? 4, 2. No. Wait. Okay. 1, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so we got the 5 and the 1. 2, 2, and 2? No, because that puts 5 and 2 here. But it's got to be that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's still 6. Okay. Okay. This would be 2. No. Wait, what? Oops. How is this 2 and 5? 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, and then. Okay, this is 8. 5 and 1. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 and 1. Okay. No, this has to be. No, this has to be 1, 2, 3. Because it can't. It has to have the space. Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah. Yeah, that has to be that. Okay. So then where does 2, 3. Okay, that's 5 and 1, but where the hell do you get the 2? And where the hell do you get the 1? I'm missing so much on this. And I only get 2 hints? 2 hints for this entire thing? And this is 8. Alright, let's just take the hints. Or the ones that are nonsensical. This one. Okay. And what the hell is this one? Okay, so we got those 2 done. At least. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you need the 1 at least. That's the only place for it. So, wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1. Wait, that doesn't make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. So one of these. Like that? It has to be 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that's gonna be like that. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3. doesn't make any sense. Because this has to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 8. 1, 2. This is 1. 4, 5, 7, 8. I think this is all messed up. You know what? Screw it. Skip it. I can't figure that one out. Arrgh. Leveling everything to the 25 centimeter mark is tedious. Exactly. Jeez, that was a difficult one. I was surrounded by 4 buckets, each dedicated to a different layer. When I reached the bottom, I learned that my square sloped like a steep slide. It had to be perfectly vertical. There were a few inches, metric, think metric, centimeters I had to centimeters I had to scrape off. If there was still a possibility, I would find more bone and flint while smoothing it over. Kyler was absent doing laboratory work, leaving me in a solitary hole. Through my low music, I heard footsteps coming down the ladder. I paused my song and I turned around to greet the person, and it is... Oh, Augustine. Clash of Diamond looked vague, and I realized it had my writing on it. My stomach plunged, but I forced my hopeful grin as I removed my earbuds as I stood up. Hello, Augustine. Melissa. He handed me the flesh, and I nervously glanced over, wondering what was wrong. I noticed that in your recent reports, you do not sketch the findings in the grid provided at the bottom. I flipped it over and tapped the last page, which was devoid of any pencil marks. Oh. I scrambled to formulate a reason for neglecting the last part. I originally didn't bother sketching in the smaller objects, and I guess it became a habit. Well, everything already gets recorded in the notice nature list, so I didn't draw its position too. He shook his head, severely disappointed by my logic. I sidestepped to allow him to approach my square, and then he picked up the bigger trowel from my usual tool set. Again and again, I have stressed that context is important in microstratigraphy, not just the X and Y coordinates, not just the delta, but also how it was positioned when you found it. The provenance is essential to understanding how the find got to where it is now. Do you know what period we're working on? Roughly 120,000 years ago, give or take a few thousand. This is during a warm or cool period. This is during the end of a brief warm period. The warmer period began around 130,000 years ago, and from 125,000 years onward, it started to cool down. It is extremely important to record context in these layers due to the climate change. Moreover, it has been proven Neanderthals have occupied this cave and their remains have been found in these sediments. Most of these findings have been recovered in a secondary context. That is, they were moved from their original position due to external elements such as fuel processes, rock falls, animals, or ice. We need to know what position the finding was in to determine how it was brought here, or if it is in sui. If a bone is vertical, it is possible it was moved during cryoturbulation with ice wedging underneath it little by little every year until it has moved to its new context, or maybe interlevelly buried by the Neanderthal. But how will we know if you do not record this? His tone was level, but it's very strict, and every sentence I felt more and more careless about my excavation. Could only nod as he continued. Yeah, we believe this cave was opened up during the warm period, possibly due to collapse, but we don't know. Caves usually have a stable environment until something happens, such as rock falls or river cutting through the limestone. It is now subject to more drastic turmoil, and we need to know what those changes were and how they impacted this cave. Augustine continued using his trowel to pretend to find various bones in our flint. I did my best to follow along, but my mind was a whirlwind of disappointment. I had thought I carried the procedure to a T. Why didn't Kyler point it out? No, it wasn't his fault. If anything, I should have been more aware. Maybe Sherry would know. Archaeologist's choice. You have one chance to accurately record the physician that it is gone forever, and you all know better than a collector who does not respect the significance of context. Therefore, please outline out they were found in Providence is extremely vital. Right, you got it, Axton. I'm really sorry. I will return this document to the lab, but I want all future reports to be filed incompletely. Shut up! Once he was gone, I tossed my trowel into one of the buckets and grabbed my journal. I had a feeling I needed to write down everything I was lectured on before I forgot. And you just started gossiping, and you succeeded! Yay, because you ignored him. And success at the internet. And success at the lab. Hey, good, stress is going down. Force 25. Cloth. So that would be 9. I'm going to say craft 6. And 2 things well. Yes! Force of 15. 8. Cloth. That should be it. Exactly, good. Force 19. 9. Cloth. Toothpick. Oh yeah! 18. 7. Cloth. Brush. Yes! Did an amazing job today. Yay! Take that, Oxton. Yeah, I'm going to be a lab worker. Screw your cave digging. Yay! Success at the internet. I did it. What's up? And my words are slurring. And my nose is getting all stuffy. So, alright, we'll be calling it for today. We'll find out what's up with Rosemary next week. So let's just do a little save here. Actually, no, wait, no, not yet. We gotta look at the journal. We gotta look at the new entries. West Marine, we already did that. The final remains. First, any animal remains bones, teeth, horns, shell, antler, etc. Analyzing them can reveal hunting practices, diets, and climate. When excavated, their size and location are measured. Tiny bones can simply be placed in a bag unless a cluster of them are discovered. And the coordinates. Kalen Cave measures using an XY axis, and the dead point C or Z. X runs parallel to the cave entrance while Y runs through the entrance. Z is a fixed position for measuring attitude. Attitude. Altogether, this provides a 3D spatial context of the excavated object. Right on. Okay, and let's see. Shale. An abundant sedimentary rock formed from silt and mud. They come in many colors and can easily be split into thin layers. Also, Hendrick's favorite pun. Lithic reduction refers to the time a raw lithic material is obtained to the steps if undergoes to become a stone tool, or undergoes to become a stone tool. Percussion flaking, removing flakes by impact, pressure flaking, removing flakes by providing direct force. Old wind industry emerged in Africa around 2 million years ago and persisted until 1 million years ago. Consisted of crude chip pebbles for scraping and chopping. Industry existed between 16 million and 200,000 years ago. It is known for its pear-shaped hand axes and for flaking both sides of a stone. This associated with Homo erectus. Nah. Okay, let's take a little peek at the relationships. Joan is still number 1. Oh, okay, that's why she was, because we're checking her out. We'll keep checking her out as we progress further in the coming weeks. Let's do a save. Yes. So here we are, April 26th in the morning. We're going to find out what's going on with Rosemary next week, ladies and gentlemen. For now, this is Wally Weasel, and I thank you for joining me this time in C14 DD. See you, everybody.